started looking around to see what I had to do before stream, because normally when I hit start stream, I'm like, oh god, I gotta get my model up, I gotta tweet, but I've kind of done everything. I didn't tweet today, because honestly, Twitter's been weird to me recently, and it's a very strange platform. It has been stopping me replying. It has been nuking my tweets. Like, I tweet and then turns out I didn't tweet. I've also, I don't know why, recently I've just been getting way less traction on it. I don't know if I'm like shadow banned or what, but yeah. So we're just chilling. I'm here on time. We're here to stream. I'm awake. I took a nap before stream because I didn't have to do the video today. So it was like 12 p.m. and I'd finished my like news prep of getting all the sources together and getting my list of news to cover. And I'd already written like the script for the short. And I was like, oh man, I've got to do this. And I was like, wait, no, I don't have to do this. And then I went to have a nap and now I'm awake, which is good. I get the feeling that not doing the video is the best thing that's ever happened to you. Okay. The thing with the video is it's a lot of work. Like, I know it may not seem like much work because it's like an 8 to 10 minute video, but it is I have to go to like a bunch of different places, collect all the different news that I can find, right? Culminate it in a list, then type up a script covering it all, and then record the script, and then go to every one of the sources and get like a screenshot or like record footage from it, and then stitch it together and then get the back. Like, it's not like an absurd amount of work, but it is like, I'd say it's probably a good like 12 to 16 hours, which when I'm also doing a live stream and a short, it was too much. So there's gonna be no video tomorrow. Also, because I feel like this week was pretty chill. Like, there wasn't a huge amount to cover. There's not a huge amount of big news that wasn't really covered last week. So let me actually pull myself up really quick. Find my bootstraps. And oh shit, sorry YouTube chat, you're not on stream. Whoopsies. Look, to apologize for YouTube chat not being a stream, I'm going to hit Twitch with some ads, because otherwise they'll get ads later when I'm actually covering the news, and then they'll be sad. First, I don't think you're first, bro. There's been people here. There we go. Let me pull up YouTube chat on stream before I have a revolution in my chat. Not that you guys could really do much. You're VTuber fans. I'm not really that scared of you. Where's YouTube chat? Chatting and YouTube. Nope. There. Hey chat. Oh, hey Christian, how you going? Hey Yelsu, Sushi, Troy. Oh fuck. Okay. Well, immediately chibified. Thank you, Connor. Appreciate that. Why am I so high up? Why am I so tall? Well, not tall. I'm levitating. Hi. I've been immediately will rabbit be upon thee. Well, it's time for some very serious news with this very serious motto. You shall take me seriously. Look into my eyes. Tall? I'm tall by VTuber standards. I'll have you know. My mom says I'm tall. No curse lines like last week. Look, I'm less brain rotted from last week, so we're fine. Should be scary, you know how parasocial some VTuber friends can be. Dude, I know. The VTuber wars shit is, it's not even VTuber fans, man. Like, people talk about how parasocial VTuber fans are, and they're certainly like a type of parasocial in that they can be very like romantically parasocial, if that makes sense, where they're like, yes, this is my wife, this is my girlfriend, she's dating me, don't talk to her, I have her, she's mine. But also, like, normal streamers have that shit too. You see that shit with, like, you saw it with Queso and you saw it with Kai. Like, people that the streamer has no idea they exist, right? The streamer has no fucking clue who they are. They don't know them, they're not friends, but anytime anyone like threatens their like domain or whatever, they go and like send death threats and shit. That is also, I feel like, a form of parasocialism. Like, getting so defensive over quote unquote your streamer winning that you go and harass another streamer. Like, that's also a kind of parasocialism. Roger,
she can't possibly be this
Roger Rabbit, thank you for the tip. The rabbit impersonator strikes again. I think this is the same person that donated on Twitch the other day, impersonating fucking Ulix and whatnot. I'm on to you. I don't know if you can you call the guy who assassinated John Lennon parasocial? Is that the right term? I don't know. Anyway, welcome back, Twitch chat. Welcome back to the stream. It's your boy, Punka number. No, actually, no, I don't like that. Actually, scratch that. Take that away. Don't like that phrase. Let me... Shall we hop into the news? Don't say pen Calliope either. Y'all cease. Well, I do, but if we were kind of parasocial with them with hate kind. You guys have expressed that it seems fans of facecam streamers tend to be more parasocial than VTuber fans. I think it depends. Like, here's my thing. I feel like Twitch VTuber fans are less parasocial than like Twitch facecam streamer fans, but I feel like YouTube VTuber fans are way more parasocial than either. Like, especially in that sort of like agency space, like hololive, certain parts of nijisanji, and like the whole like smaller Western agencies, like, you know, like your Idol and your Kawaii and your that thing. I feel like that's that's like the breeding ground for parasocialism. Honestly, part of the thing I thought of as to why I'm so burnt out recently, and this may not get me many fans, but I've realized a lot of the VTuber stuff I cover, I don't actually watch anymore. Like, I don't watch most VTubers anymore. The only VTubers I watch are normally like my friends on Twitch or like indie VTubers on Twitch. Like, it's very rare I sit down and watch like a full VTuber stream. And I've noticed as well, like, okay, I'm gonna just be honest, okay, and this is might get me shot in the foot. I don't really like the culture that's built up around a lot of like the agency VTuber scene, if that makes sense. I noticed that when I was thinking about like burnout and like why I'm burnt out and like my general approach to news and whatnot, and I was kind of thinking like, okay, why am I burnt out? What's going on? And I realized that a lot of the stuff I'm covering, I'm not a huge fan of that culture, and I feel like I'm feeding into it. And I feel like, here's the thing, I don't like the idea of like there are agencies out there, because as I've gotten more involved with news, I've met more people. I've met more people that are ex-agency, that have left agencies or in agencies, right? And I've learned that like behind the scenes, pretty much every agency is fucked. Like every VTuber I talk to that's been in an agency has been like, oh, you know, this was bad. You know, management was horrible. Talents were mistreated. There was favoritism. Certain people are really toxic. Like certain VTubers are, you know, there's a lot of like fighting behind the scenes, and then they go live and they have to pretend that they're still friends and everything's okay, but they're actually like fighting and whatnot. And every time I go to someone, I'm like, oh, but this agency seems good. They do like the suck teeth thing, and they were like, yeah, you didn't hear about this, and then they bombard me with fucking horror stories. And I've realized I don't enjoy that culture. Like, I don't enjoy the culture of we have agencies that mistreat talents, and the talents can't speak out because they're agencies, and this shit just goes on, and we all just have to kind of pretend everything's fine. And they go live and they smile and they act happy and they put on a show for stream, but they can't actually tell us what's going on. And then I also like, and then it feeds into like I don't like the parasocial culture around that whole side of VTubing. Like, I don't like the no male collabs. If you male collab, you're a whore. I hate that. Like, that's just kind of cringe to me. I feel like it's like the worst part of VTubing. Yo, Purple Cat, thank you for the follow. I feel like it's like the worst aspect of VTubing. It's every bad VTuber stereotype in one thing of like, you can't collab with males, you know, you have to do like, you have to act like Say So Idol. And honestly, I feel like Twitch streamers are just generally more like, okay, first of all, Fury, thank you for the super chat.
The Eastwire old story. Never learn how to hunt.
Yeah, exactly. Never peer behind the curtain. Thank you for the super chat, Fury. I appreciate it. It's, I guess ultimately every streamer is putting on a persona, right? Every streamer is putting on an act. They're entertainers. They're trying to entertain. Except me, I'm dog shit at this. But every streamer to a certain extent is like pretending or putting on an act or trying to be more, you know, more funny or more energetic or whatever. But I feel like in that agency VTuber space, like there's a lot more of that. And there's a lot more of that like parasocial farming stuff that I think contributes to the bad fans. And I think I've hit a point where, because my old take used to be, and it still kind of is like you don't blame the streamers. People can make whatever content they want. People can consume whatever content they want. People are more than welcome to do whatever. I'm not going to be the guy intervening between content creator and consumer and be like, you didn't ask me before you made that content, right? But I've also kind of hit the point of realization of like, a lot of these VTubers actively farm that audience, like they're actively promoting it. They actively seek it out. Because, I mean, it gets views, it gets money, it makes sense, right? Like, super fans are big, you know, contributor to VTuber agency success. It's not just, I'm not just talking about corpo VTubers specifically. There's like an entire scene that I call it the corpo VTuber scene, but it's not just corpo VTubers, if that makes sense. It's like that whole area of VTubing. And I've realized I don't enjoy that vibe anymore. I don't like it. It's part of what led to me like being paranoid about like who I raid into or who I interact with, and seeing the toxicity that comes from it and seeing the harassment that comes from it and the weird shit, like the divide between like male and female VTubers. It's strange. I don't like it. I think the fact that we have a culture in VTubing that is so deeply ingrained that men and women are different, and if you're a man, you can't interact with these VTubers, but if you're, oh, thank you, Adobe. But if you're a girl, it's fine. And like, again, it's not the talent's fault explicitly, because the reason they don't do male collabs is because the few that have done it get immediate harassment and death threats and whatnot, right? Like, it's completely understandable to me why a streamer wouldn't want that. Like, there's no shame in trying to avoid getting harassed and death threats on the internet, right? However, I've hit a point where I'm like, I'm kind of done with it. And then I have to get on stream and be like, man, this agency did this cool event. Pay no attention to the fact that there's absolutely no guys in this collab at all whatsoever, even though, you know, there's male VTubers in that age, you know, seeing like all the Globey girls get invited to like events and stuff and have these cool collabs, and then the Globey boys are like never fucking invited, and you know why it is? It's because they just happen to be men, and God forbid men do anything. But I don't know. Oh, did stream die? I have angered the YouTube. I talked shit about agency VTubers. YouTube cancelled me. Flipped? Okay, we're good. But, you know, it's just, I was saying the Globey boys not getting invited, and I don't know. Again, it's nobody's fault. It's nobody's issue. I understand why it's the way that it is, because to rock the boat means getting harassed and death threats, and nobody wants that. Like, I get it. I understand it. And I'm not trying to like blame anyone or say anybody's like sexist or whatever. I just don't like that culture anymore. I don't like interacting with it. I don't like the vibe of it. And so that's kind of why I'm doing more Twitch streams recently and going more into Twitch, because I'd much rather, I think, somehow I've kind of fallen into being somewhat half between, like, I've got a bunch of Twitch indie friends, but I also have a lot of like agency idol culture friends as well, and I like those friends. I'm not trying to like distance myself from them, but I think in terms of collabs and interactions on Twitter and whatnot, I think I'm more comfortable with like the Twitch side, which is a lot less male-female divided, right? And so that's kind of why I'm going over there, and it's part of the burnout for news as well, because I feel like I have to cover them and be like, oh my god, look at this cool thing, but internally I'm like, it's not okay. The best thing I can think, you know, last week when I talked about VRev in the video, where in that video I explicitly kind of call it VRev as being bad, right? And I'm like, VRev sucks, but we all know VRev sucks. In that video, the initial draft of that, I was initially like super hesitant, and I was initially like, oh, you know, we've heard some bad things about VRev, and oh, they might not be great, and things might be going wrong behind the scenes. Whereas like internally, I know they're fucked. Like everything I've heard from every single person that has remotely interacted with the management behind VRev has told me that they suck donkey dick, right? And by kind of, but my initial reaction was to go on stream and go on video and be like, oh, things might be, and I realized that I am weirdly half a foot into that idol culture thing where I can't say what I really think about the management or the agency because, you know, who knows about blowback, and the super parasocial fans might tear me alive for it. And I kind of hit a point where I was like, I'm done, you know. And seeing new gens debut for an agency and be like, guys, look at this new debut, it's so cool. And internally in the back of my mind, I'm like, more meat for the grinder. It's weird on me. So that's where my fan. Thankfully, VRev, for the most part, VRev's fans have moved on to, hey, support the talents, but fuck the agency, which is cool. They do have parasocial fans, but they're not parasocial for the agency. They're just, I think if you're still a fan of VRev as an agency, you're kind of coping, bro. Like, come on, man, read the writing on the goddamn wall. They have like 2 talents left. But you know, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know why this turned into like a big agency rant. It's just been one of those things that has been like on my mind in the past week while I've been thinking about burnout and like why I'm maybe not super into streams or news.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is totally the real Lopi.
Thank you, the real Lopi for real, for the tip. I appreciate it. Also, you're not the real Lopi for real. Also, why am I Ulix now? What the fuck? This is a new one. Yeah. Hi. I still haven't set up proper tracking parameters for this one, so it's still a little bit scuffed. I think it is pretty cool. The fact that it coincided perfectly with the Ulix model is funny as fuck. You look like a human, so I look like Shadow the Hedgehog. I look like, it's kind of weird because it kind of fits my color scheme. It's black, white, and red, which is my normal color scheme. It's just also in this mode. I think False ID is facing the same thing. He hasn't posted his long-form videos recently. He posted a video the other day saying that he's like coming up to like his biggest investigation yet. So like, who knows? We might get a false video soon. Anyway, do you want to hop into news? Do you want to start news? Let us start the news. Let us get right in. Let's go right. Let's talk about the streamer awards, the game awards stuff first. It's like here probably. Streamer. No, game awards, not streamer awards. Game awards. So many award shows this past like week. It's absurd. It's black, white, and red all over. Pronobo cosplaying Shadow the Hedgehog. Why are the toggles on typing again? God damn it. A fucking rabbit. Every goddamn time. You know, it's a lovely model with the toggles that are on something else. I know. Why are the toggles on the fucking... Why are they on... Oh, fuck, whatever. We just keep it like this. Actually, I don't know what key it was. Hang on. We'll find it. It's one of these keys. It's not that. Oh, we're back. We're so back. Bros, it's so not over. Anyway. We have a lot of award shows, but the biggest one that kind of raised a fuss this week was... Oh, thank God you guys can't see that. You can't see my Baldur's Gate 3 addiction coming back again. Let me actually just pull it up here, and then I'll show you guys. Where the fuck? Where is it? Here. At least someone's using the bodies because the owners sure aren't. Exactly. You know, we're putting corpses to work like a good necromancer. Me? Yeah, I romance necks. Specifically your mom's. Let me do this. And here. And here. And here we go. Why do I look like a young Kane and Kuro? Oh fuck, I do, don't I? Oh shit, I look like Kuro's younger brother. Oh god. I look like if Kuro and Shadow had a fucking baby. I'm not a necromancer. Do I look like... I'm not... Cat girls are not the vibes. Are you giving the shout out to me, you? So we had the Game Awards kind of come out with this fucking coughing baby nuclear bomb ass award show where for content creator of the year we had, you know, Queso, which Queso's had a huge year. I mean, if you're on any sort of shorts feed, Queso's probably there. I get his shorts all the time, and my feed is mainly VTubers, and I still like occasionally it's like, hey, here's people calling him fat in a different way. Honestly, other than that though, I don't know the other guys, which kind of just shows how broad content creation is now, that like I don't know like 3 out of 5 of the nominations for content creator of the year, which is kind of absurd. This year's almost as big as him. There you go. That's the kind of vibe. So Queso, is that Iluan, I think? Techno Gamers and Usada Pekora. First of all, watching a bunch of people that aren't into VTubers try and pronounce Pekora's name was really funny. Spanish VTubers are huge. I actually wouldn't be surprised if the Spanish YouTubers win, just because I think like the biggest creators on the platform right now are Spanish, or maybe Indian, but mostly Spanish. Like Spanish content creation is fucking absurdly huge. I think the biggest Twitch streamer is Spanish, right? So it makes sense that they're there, but it also makes sense that I don't know them because I don't speak the language. But this, as you can probably imagine, started a little bit of a drama wama, because you had VTuber fans who were like, who the hell are all these other people? Pekora's my Oshi. But then you had the people that aren't into VTubers being like, who the hell is this VTuber? Why is she here, right? And also because it's primarily like an English-speaking Twitter bullshit, a lot of it was between Queso and Pekora. So there was this whole like Twitter war that broke out, being like, Twitter, Queso versus Pekora, who's your content creator of the year, blah 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 blah, blah, right? And so I saw a tweet that was like, let me see if I can find it. Because if you don't know, right, if you don't watch like if you don't watch VTubers, if you don't watch JP VTubers, right, you're probably not aware. Pekora's fucking huge, right? Like, let me see if I can pull up her stats really quick. I feel like I'm in a fucking basketball game. Let me pull up her stats. Like, I'm pretty sure Pekora's average viewership is around 30,000 people, which is absurd, right? It's pretty much bigger than the vast majority of Twitch streamers, right? Like, if I go to Twitch right now, and I'm not going to try and like number shame anyone, but just to try and like point out how absurd 30,000 VTubers is, 30,000 VTubers, 30,000 viewers is, right? On Just Chatting right now, the top one is Spanish, again, because Spanish content creation is fucking absurdly huge. Like, the biggest of big creators are Spanish. It's kind of ridiculous. The next one is Hassan at 27,000, right? And after that, like, you got like Quackity here, who's also a huge streamer. He has like 18,000. The only one that I could maybe beat it is like Kai with his subathon, which is averaging an absurd amount of viewers, right? But it's like, for VTubers, like peak VTubers like Iron Mouse, I think averages around like 10k, maybe 7k, around there, right? It's fucking absurd. No, like, we're not number shaming. You can't really call it number shaming if it's 7,000 fucking people, let's be honest. But, like, that's huge for a VTuber. And Pekora is like 3 times that. Japanese VTubing is just huge, right? Because there's a few reasons behind it. One, it's where the fucking, like, it's where the content niche originated from. Obviously, it's going to have a massive amount of people. 2, I think probably for a similar reason that Spanish content creation is so big, is it's a big population that all lives in a very similar like time zone. I know Spanish is very like multicultural and there's Spanish speakers all over the place, but a lot of like Spanish, like when you have like one language that is in the country, like you can hit one time zone and have all of your viewers show up. Same with JP streamers, right? I think it's the same for like ID streamers. I think have the same thing where like they hit one time zone, right? If you're in Japan, there's a Japanese streaming will happen around the time that Japanese viewers will want to be watching. And because Japanese speakers are only really in Japan, primarily, like vast majority, you hit like a big viewership peak because you're hitting everyone at once, right? So that's a big reason why. And also, you know, the culture, the agencies, all that. It's also like important to notice, like, how much fucking super chats she gets, like how much she earns on super chat. It's kind of absurd. I think we can go to like our playboard. Like she has made, sorry for the flashbang, she's made £2.4 million in super chat. Million. Like with an M, right? She made two grand just in the last week, right? 300 quid today. Like it's absurd because, and that's just super chats, right? Like I don't think this site has memberships, but like she's huge. So a big part of the time frame, this is last week, so I don't know. I don't even know if she streamed in last week or what, but I mean, you can go to her fucking channel and just see, like, but the point I'm making is that even if, like, you might, like, oh, you probably do because you're VTuber fans, but even if, you know, normies, okay, first of all, I want to point out how fucked YouTube search system is, right? Which is that I type in Pekora and my stream comes up before her fucking YouTube channel because YouTube sucks. But, like, 300,000 views on VODs? Like, on VODs. On... Like, that's absurd. Think about that from, like, a YouTube perspective. Like, can you imagine uploading, like, an hour and a half? I know the majority of those views come from in the live stream, right, where people are hopping in and out. But a decent chunk of them, 2.3 million is all-time ever, I'm pretty sure. Like, even though most of those probably come while live, a lot of them are going to come from VOD views, right? And the ad revenue alone from that many views on, like, a 3 fucking hour VOD is absurd, right? And then you got memberships, which are huge because hololive pumps memberships like crazy. And then you have any other like merch sale. Like Pekora's a huge fucking creator, like absurd. I'm pretty sure she's, depending on how much hololive takes, I would not be surprised if she's a fucking millionaire right now, right? So I think this just goes to show how huge content creation is. Like Spanish-speaking content creators are huge, Japanese VTubers are huge. English-speaking is still big. Like we still have really, really big streamers, but we don't have that, like, I don't think we have the same, like, group culture in English-speaking streaming, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like Japanese streaming and Japanese VTubing is, like, very, very, like, one culture. Spanish-speaking, I'm not going to say it's one culture, Spanish-speaking, there's a bunch of different Spanish cultures, but it's one very, very huge community, almost. I just hit a toggle. What toggle did I hit? That one? No, that's crying. Why am I blushing? Okay. And I just feel like, you know, yeah, English speaking streamings is split between, like, you know, you have UK, Europe, you have America, you have Australia, you have so many like different time zones around the world you're trying to hit. You don't have like one concentrated area. So it's not surprising that Content Creator of the Year is so split. Honestly, I mean, if you're just going by pure numbers, you probably wouldn't have any English streamers up here, except maybe Kai, but that Kai's had his big stream like the last few weeks. So, but yeah, no. It makes sense why it is the way that it is. It's just people don't like that, and you get a lot of English-speaking fans that are like, "No, my streamer is the only one that matters. My streamer is the only one that cares. My streamer gets so many views," and they don't even watch the other streamers, right? That's how you know they're fucking ignorant. Because one of the biggest like complaints, one of the biggest like fucking turns of phrases in this whole Game Awards thing was people going "who," right? You have so many people being like, "Man, I don't even know who the hell this is," right? So you had, I mean, yeah, honestly, Pekora fans, I think, were, in general, pretty much a bit more wholesome, but, and there was some weird queso hate as well, but there was a lot of queso fans who were like, bro, I've never even heard, hey, Cupcake, I've never even heard of this, this Pekora person. Who is she? Why is she here? Like, who invited bro? And I don't know, I think it just shows a lot of ignorance in people's part. And this is, honestly, this is something I got hit with, like, I don't know, like a few years back. Probably, I think it was maybe at one of the award shows when, it might have been the Streamy Awards, when I realized I don't know the majority of streamers here. And it's not because they're small indie creators, or like Mr. Beast's, which I don't like Mr. Beast, but he had a video where he had like the top 100 YouTubers or something, and I didn't know 90% of them, which is way different from like 10 years ago where I probably knew every big VTuber on the platform pretty much. Like, YouTube is huge, content creation is huge, and there are languages other than English that are actually way bigger than English. So it makes sense for like a multi, big award show like this to kind of honor those languages. And I think there's a lot of really ignorant English, like monolingual English speakers that can't grasp the concept that just because they don't watch a specific person or they don't understand the language, that doesn't mean that they're not big and huge. But yeah, there was a weird amount of hate. Queso, I think, had a clip where he talked about it, where he basically said, like, he basically said that he was like, just because you don't know someone doesn't mean that they're not relevant, and like the hate is so weird. Like, it's just an award. Why is everyone hating? Queso honestly seems pretty based, from what I've seen so far, or from what I've caught of him from clips and whatnot. So, and I think Pekora like drew the other competitors on her stream, if I remember correctly. So like that's the thing that annoys me, and that's the thing that's like kind of parasocial about it, right? Is that the streamers themselves don't care, right? The streamers themselves are like, hey, may the best person win. I don't really care. It's just an award. Be wholesome, be happy. It's the fucking fans that are like weirdly, like they get weirdly, they're almost like sports fans, right? Honestly, anyone who wins that award, I think could deserve it. I don't really have a say. So honestly, obviously, personally, I'd probably vote for Pekora just because VTuber, but like, if any of them went, I'm not really going to care. And also, I think it would be deserved either way. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird, kind of sports fanny of like people who get, those people that get really into sports and to the point where they become almost like they act like they're a part of the team, right? Where they're like, oh, my team won, I'm on the team, and we lost, and they get really angry and they start like throwing like harassment at other people. And I was like, bro, you're not even playing. Like, even the players aren't this toxic. What is wrong with you? Which I get. This does kind of lead into it. I'll probably pull up the Connor video. So this kind of leads into the Connor video as well, where he uploaded this video being like, we need to talk about the anime situation, which made me terrified when I first saw it.
This video is going to be a long-winded.
So he, to cut it short, he kind of rants and he pulls up a lot of like comments and chat messages of people. He's basically going after like the hate that VTubers receive. Anytime a VTuber is like nominated for an award, anytime they're in an event, anytime anything good happens to them, anytime they pop off in the algorithm or whatever, you get a bunch of people that are like a bunch of normies that just fucking hate on them for some reason, right? Who, for one reason or another, like think VTubers don't deserve success, think they're all like old men that, are using voice changers, or think that they're all cringe or children or whatever. You get a bunch of the same messages. And honestly, firsthand, I experience this a lot because my shorts hit into the algorithm sometimes, right? I have a short format that can pop off occasionally. Like I have a few shorts with like a million-ish views, right? And when a short about a VTuber gets to that kind of level, you end up hitting the normie part of YouTube. And I hate saying the normie part of YouTube just because it feels very cringe, like normies, but it's the only way I can think of it. Like non-VTuber fans. Hey, Red Ghost, how you going? And anytime this title scared the shit out of me. Anytime that my short hits that kind of audience, I get probably around 100 comments every time. Be like, bro, these are grown men, bro. Who watches this, bro? Get a life, touch grass, literally do anything else. Like, and it's just, I don't know, man. It's so weird how angry people get about it. I don't understand. Like, a lot of it is internet trolls that just hate on things and throw harassment and insults because they like doing it and they know they'll get a reaction, right? That is a big chunk of it. A lot of it is just fucking TikTok. TikTok comments are probably the dumbest fucking place on the internet. Have you ever been to TikTok comments? Genuine question. Seriously, if you ever want to lose hope in humanity, open up any TikTok comment section. It is like, I'm not even talking about just like people having bad opinions. It is just people being dumb. Like people not know. I think it's actually children. It's just people not knowing things that like, bro, you should know at this point. What are you doing? Or like there will be a joke in the TikTok. It'll be like a funny haha joke. And then the top 10 comments will be like, I don't get it. What did he mean? And then the top search will be like, answer to this joke. And it'll be like the world's most simplest joke ever, right? And it's kind of made me realize that a lot of the hate comments you see, a lot of the angry people, a lot of the people you see on the internet are they're either really young kids that are dumb, or they're just fucking dumb adults, right? They're just idiots. And so I've kind of gotten to the point where I kind of blot out the whole like, oh bro, you watch VTubers, cringe. Oh, you're talking about VTubers for your YouTube channel, that's so cringe. Get a life, touch it. Like, I've kind of learned to like, whatever, bro. They never get any likes. It's not like there's a mass amount of them. It's weird seeing them. But I can understand why, if somebody was talking this way about, well, this isn't really a rant, this is related to the news story, you know. I can understand why, as a friend, Connor is annoyed and angry at the hate directed at Mouse, especially because Mouse is, one, like, so wholesome, and two, like, has legitimately clawed her way to an amazing level of success from such a, like, disadvantaged position, right? So to see fucking random nobodies on the internet shitting on her and, like, giving her hate and harassing her because they just can't comprehend the concept of a VTuber, I can understand, right? There was a part of me that was like, okay, Iron Mouse is also huge though, and because he goes through and he talks about Twitter monetization being probably the worst thing to ever happen, which I do agree with him on. Twitter monetization killed the fucking platform, I swear. But he has like a Google Doc. I don't know, I can't remember where he pulls it up, but he pulls up a Google Doc where he like scrolls through comments from people and like who are saying like dumb shit and like insulting Mouse, and let me see if I can find it for you really quick. Let's see, where is he? I can't find it. I don't know where it is. I remember seeing it when I watched the video, but it's like, oh fuck, do you remember this shit? I remember this shit. But he basically pulls up like Twitter comments and Twitch chatters and whatnot of them all insulting Mouse or calling Mouse out or calling her a man or whatever, right? And I understand getting angry at that, but also like at a certain point, when you're that level of success, bro, like at a certain point that shit's just gonna happen. Like, it doesn't really matter VTuber, not VTuber, there's gonna be that level of hate. I do think Mouse gets an unfair amount, like she gets a disproportional amount, but also it was gonna happen regardless. But I understood the main core of the video, which was like, why the fuck is this so common? But I don't know what we do. Like, it's never going to change, right? We can't do anything about it. Is it 1524? Thank you. Yeah, like he pulls up this stuff. Oh yeah, talking about like her passing Kai Sanat. There's a lot of Kai fans that kind of hopped into Mouse's streams and started harassing her because, which is again another case like the case of Pekora thing of like weird, right? Because Kai was super chill about the whole thing, Mouse was super chill about the whole thing, neither of them had beef with each other. Why are the fucking fans being like, get behind me, my queen, I will defend you? Nobody fucking asked you, bro. Like, so the thing is, we're never going to change this, right? Because, and Connor says this in the video, he's like, you know, the people watching this video are not the people that are doing it. Like, and the people that are doing it are never going to watch this video. You're never going to stop them. There's always going to be those people. They're always going to be it's the same with that short thing I talked about, right? The moment you get big enough, right? The moment a short hits like 1 million views, the moment a streamer hits a certain threshold of viewers, you're gonna get a certain level of attention that will come with a certain amount of dumbass people in your chat, in your community, in your whatever, right? You can't stop them. You can't get rid of them. You can moderate, kind of, but it's just, it's an unfortunate fact of content creation as a person on the internet, right? Trolls have been around since the dawn of time, and they will keep being around, and they will continue to be trolls, and they will continue to just say shit to make people angry, and they'll continue to be dumb, right? I don't know, I understand, I get him venting about it and maybe trying to raise awareness, and hey, this will probably make more support to Mouse, and it'll probably maybe, now that Connor, who is an IRL streamer, talked about it, it might ripple out and propagate into other IRL streamer communities, and maybe they can try and rein in audiences or moderate it and make it a lot more universally unacceptable. Hope you're doing well. Chat isn't trolling much. Audio is excellent. Your voice is crisp. Thank you, Calli. I appreciate it. I appreciate the occasional audio checks just so I know that I'm not echoing or whatever. I appreciate it. The problem is, right, and here's my issue with this idea, right, is that sure you can do this and you can try and moderate it yourself and you can try and spread the message and get, and people like Kai and people like Queso will try and rein in their audiences because they're decent dudes, right? But for every one of those, there's going to be a fucking Aiden Ross, right? You guys remember Aiden Ross from the last, bullshit with Iron Mouse's subathon? There's going to be one of them. And they're assholes. And they're not only are they assholes, they're assholes with a big audience, right? And as long as they exist... Oh, shit. Did stream die? Oh, are we okay? No? Okay. Sorry, my creator, the YouTube control panel disappeared. It said error loading the page. I thought my internet might have fucking died. But yeah, for every, if you have people like that with massive audiences who are actively ignorant or actively assholes to people, their entire fan base is never going to change. And that is, thousands and thousands of people. What do you do, right? You can't fix that. You can't change that, because then those thousands of people who are mostly probably teenage boys. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I think teenage boys are probably the worst fucking people on the internet. And I know this isn't helping the whole male epidemic, and I know there's a lot of mental health issues that go into it, and it's a big fucking issue. But Jesus Christ, I remember being a teenage boy. They kind of suck. And you get audiences like Aiden Ross with that kind of fan base of very, very sort of, again, parasocial teenage audience that follows their streamer to the death. And as long as those communities exist, there's going to be thousands of fucking people on the internet that are constantly going out and propagating harassment and doing that. And you can never out-moderate that because they just make alt accounts, right? And so, I don't know. It's kind of like fighting the wind. What do you do? Isn't Teenagers fucking Nirvana? Teenagers isn't My Chemical Romance. Teenagers is Nirvana, isn't it? Teenagers scared the living shit out of me. Is it? Wait, is Teenagers My Chemical Romance? Wait, what the fuck? It is My Chemical Romance. Oh my god, my emo music knowledge is wrong. Holy shit. I thought that was Nirvana. Smells Like Teen Spirit is Nirvana. Right. Fuck. Yeah, shit. Sorry, it's been 15 years since I listened to My Chemical Romance. Alright, give me a break. My emo knowledge isn't what it used to be. But yeah, no, this shit is cringe, and I don't know how you fix it. I don't think you can fix it. I think it's an unfortunate reality. I don't think Connor's video is bad. I think it's always good to kind of keep a track of this thing and raise awareness and make sure people know what's going on and that other content creators can rein their audiences in. I just don't think you can actually ever fix it. I think it's just a shitty thing about being a content creator. It happens, bro. But yeah, I mean, was that the only parasocial VTuber shit we had this week? What other shit did we have this week? Nirvana is the definition of grunge, not emo. That is all emo to me. Everything's emo. Everything that isn't Nightcore is emo to me. You guys remember Nightcore? Any of you guys have a Nightcore face? Oh, fucking Nightcore, man. No, those were the days. The days of innocence, of freedom. Rockefeller Street. 1, 2, 7, 3, down a Rockefeller Street. We don't talk about it. Hey, Drino. How you going? Listen. Sometimes you have a Nightcore. What do you mean phase? I've had a few Nightcore songs pop up in my recommended recently, and I've listened to them. They're still kind of bangers. I'm not gonna lie. Who would have thought dialing up the pitch and fucking speeding it up would make a song so good? What else do we want to talk about? Let us see. We had the Vshojo Nova debuts. I put that in the title, but now that I'm thinking of it, like how do I cover this when I can't speak the language is a good question. They had, actually, let me pull up the first collab, shall I? Vshojo Nova collab. Any new dramas? The only other drama apart from the stuff I talked about today, and it isn't really drama, I think, but we'll get into it after the Nightcore new stream. What, I just talk at double speed. Yo, Cyrus, thank you for the 14 months. I did enjoy your Guru Butt gif on Twitter. It was very appreciated. I did a PNG request tweet. It was funny. Let me see if I can find this. I had it as I recorded it for my fucking. I recorded it for my short, and I had it up, but now I can't find it. But yeah, Vshojo debuted four new members. Oh, and one of them shot their monitor. Yes. Let me actually timestamp this really quick. What time is it? What time is it? Summertime. It's our vacation time. It's party time. Vshojo Nova. Let me see. Okay. So Vshojo's currently got their charity stream going on. I can't remember if who streamed the Nova collab? Did they all independently stream it? They might have all independently streamed it. Let me see if I can find one of their members. The issue is that all their members are Japanese, and if you know anything about Twitter or YouTube or search algorithms, you know that trying to find anything in a different language is kind of like trying to find someone wearing deodorant at a VTuber convention. It's possible. It may just take you a lot more hardship than you're really willing to go through. Let me pull... Here we go. Oh, she's actually live now. I'm not going to knock, thank you. I'm not going to try and collab with Vshojo JP streamer. That'd be funny. Scottish ex-Japan collab. I'm sure that'd go over great. I'm sure she'd understand everything I'm saying. Here's the collab. So here's the 4 new members. They should have put her at the end, so it's in like ascending height. Hey, I can barely understand you, and I've been here a while. I don't have that strongest Scottish accent. I'm actually pretty mild, like accent-wise. So like, yeah, I am represented in Overwatch, and he can climb walls and inject himself with drugs. It's very representation-pilled. It's noticeable, but I don't think my accent makes me harder to understand, or at least I don't think so. I did see people on Twitter talking about the new Overwatch character and not understanding his fucking accent and what he's saying is funny. Because it's just them like posting the voice lines with question mark. It's very, very entertaining. Anyway, here's the Vshojo collab. Here's the 4 new members. I think it was this one that shot her fucking... Because she put out a BB gun for her debut. And I think she shot her monitor. Let's see if I can find her. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Let me see if I can find this tweet. Okay, yeah, here's the art. There's art of it and stuff. The shot monitor. Because I think she's like an FPS streamer primarily, right? At least, I mean, that'd make the most sense from the gun. I have to use a British translator extension to watch. Fuck you, Jewelux. I don't have that. Look, you're lucky. I get more Scottish when I talk to my parents. I actually dial it back for stream. I used to have a way stronger Scottish accent. I used to be one of those people that typed in Scottish. Like, I would type in Scottish slang. I would type instead of I. And then I grew out of it when I moved to Australia, because if I did that in Australia, I would have failed every single English test I ever had. So, yeah, no, here, she shot her fucking monitor. But yeah, new Vshojo JP Gen. It's kind of interesting. I'm wondering if they're going to like pivot into doing gen releases, because before this, they did primarily like single person debut, right? So they had like Giga, they had like Haruka, they had Henya. Henya and Kason came together, and also debuted together, when they came out. So like that was as close as we got to gen. Wait, no, Naz debuted later. So I'm curious if I said this in the video last week, they opened up EN auditions and JP auditions separately, and they opened up EN auditions about a week after JP, which means I think we might somewhat soon see new EN, assuming timelines are similar. We might see new EN members maybe in the next month or two. Oh yeah, Naz and Kason debuted together and Henya came later. I'm curious if the EN girls are gonna, I mean, I don't know if they're gonna be girls. Actually, does anyone remember, did the Vshojo auditions allow male auditions? I assume they probably did. In which case, I'm curious if we're gonna get like a wave debut for EN, or if it's gonna be again just like single people. Well, we know it's gonna be single people because they're VTubers, but like individual debuts, you know. Said EN early next year. Oh, cool. That's good to know. So yeah, in the next like 2 months maybe. But yeah, so that's Vshojo. Vshojo is also currently doing
for the auction.
No, that's not Henya.
A figurine.
Yeah, my figurine.
Oh, dude, I thought that voice was coming out of fucking Henya. I was like, what the fuck? That's not Henya's voice. Did Henya finally hit puberty? Do any of them allow males? Vshojo allows males. That's about it. Vshojo, I think. Oh no, Vshojo and Globe have male people. I know First Stage has primarily male. They have like a male only agency, I think, currently. Actually, no. Do First Stage have female talents? I'm pretty sure they only have like Avalon and now the new one, Ravenous. Vshojo has Kuro. That's about it. But they at least allow males on paper, you know. There's no other agencies. I know I'd allow males, but a ton of talents potential recruits do not want to mix for. Oh no, yeah, no. As an agency, it makes no sense to do mixed. Honestly, like going back to the rant I had at the beginning of stream, which I'm gonna try not to launch back into the rant, but agencies on that, not Vshojo. I think Vshojo it works because Vshojo doesn't have like a super parasocially like vibe. They don't have that sort of like idol culture ingrained in them, so the whole male collab isn't like Vshojo girls collab with everyone, they collab with males, that thing is not an issue. But for other agencies, like small agencies, male collabs are a no-go. Like you can't do male collabs. And so adding a male branch would cause a fucking shit show. And also it just wouldn't make sense like audience wise as well, because the bulk of those agencies have a primarily male audience that is very, very like GFE pilled, very, very like heavily into parasocialism. So those people just wouldn't watch male talents anyway. So you'd be debuting a talent that wouldn't be appealing to your existing audience. I think if you got to a certain level of success, it makes sense to diversify your audience, which is kind of what Niji did. Surprised how many potential talents just don't want a male branch. Oh, no, it makes sense. Dude, you'd be surprised the number of VTubers that explicitly do not want to interact with males at all. It's absurd. It's just the culture. Like, they don't want male collabs. They don't want males in general. They don't interact with males on Twitter. They don't interact with males in chat. They don't, like, it's just a no-go for them. So it makes sense, right? And yeah, I think the only way you do it is either you start that way, which means you build up your audience with a mixed gender like base, which means that you don't get that weird shit of like halfway down the line introducing males and then your very parasocial fan base is very angry at you, or you grow so big that you've basically tapped out the market for, you know, like that sort of GFE market, and then you do what Niji did, which is like release Luxium and then tap into the female VTuber market separately, which did work for Niji. To be fair, Luxium was huge and kind of paved the way for male VTubers in that genre. So Pen is my virtual GF. Thank you. Oh my god, my first parasocial viewer. Let's go. We win these. So no, it makes sense. It makes me sad. Don't get me wrong. And again, it leads back to that rant I went. I'm trying so desperately not to go back into that rant, but that rant I had earlier about being really kind of fed up with idol culture and that whole vibe of agencies of like the whole no males on stream, no male collabs. I'm fed up with it. So it makes me sad that most agencies are in a state where they would never allow male talents because it isn't worth it. But it makes sense logistically, so I can't hold it against them. And most of them say like they will allow male talents if they're willing to do like a female character. They're willing to like play as a female model and whatnot. I don't see that ever happening unless they don't explicitly disclose that they're male. Oh no, it's not just the agencies. The girl, that's what I was saying. Like the girls that signed up for those agencies probably did so because they like that culture. I know a fair few agency VTubers that enjoy that vibe. They enjoy that like parasocial GFE vibe. I don't fucking understand it, but that's just because it's not for me. It's not my kind of content. I don't, when I like, my favorite, every streamer is putting on an act, but my favorite streamers are the ones where I feel like I'm still watching like a person. Like I'm still watching a person I can connect to and have some sort of like obviously not parasocial, but have some sort of like, oh, this is a human being. I don't really enjoy the vibe of like, watch an anime girl pretend to be an anime character. I don't enjoy that at all. But some girls like doing that content creation style, and a lot of guys enjoy consuming it. So who the fuck am I to stand in the middle and be like, no, you can't do it? It just makes me a bit sad, I guess. I think it's a pretty toxic culture. I think ultimately I don't enjoy the culture that, oh, well, I'm chibi mode now. I don't enjoy a culture where you have an audience that would tear you to shreds for being truthful, if that makes sense, right? Like, I feel like, for me personally, right? Like, okay, as an example, right? I couldn't bear the thought of having an audience where, let's say, we're going to stretch our imagination here a little bit, chat, but let's say I ever got into a fucking relationship, right? I can't imagine having an audience where I couldn't tell them I'm in a relationship, or they would tear me to shreds and stop watching me and hate me, right? That to me is absurd. Like, I'd hate that audience, because I feel like at that point you're not really fans of the person, you're fans of the illusion, you're fans of the character they've built up, right? And so I don't think that's a genuine, it's sort of ironic in like having a parasocial fan base. I feel like ultimately you actually end up with a lesser connection to your fans. If that makes sense, right? It's weird, but in attempting to sort of have this sort of like portrayal of like being close and actually relating to your fans and being super connected, like you end up, I think, with a less genuine connection with them, because you have an audience that will like turn their back on you the moment you step out of line. You know, the moment you break one of those like weird fucking preordained rules. If a male I watch ever gets a girlfriend, I'll block them. based. I don't know. It's also weird because like, fuck man, most VTubers are adults. They're in their like mid-20s or early 30s sometimes. There's like, statistically, chances are they're probably in a relationship, or they're probably in a casual relationship, or they might just be getting laid on the fucking weekends or whatever. That's just part of adult life for the average person. So it's I don't know, it's always weird to think about, right? Like people going feral over their like idol Oshi, their agency people interacting with males or collabing with the males when there's a good to fair chance she's getting dicked down on the weekend anyway. Like, I don't know, man. It's just strange. I feel like you need a certain level of like you need a certain level of schizo to buy into that shit, but I don't know. How did nijisanji make mixed gender waves normal? It's hololive that can not even mention horses. Hololive can, to be fair. It's up to the talents. Like Kiara never interacts with males, and they said explicitly that she doesn't want to interact with males. Whereas Crony and Liz have both explicitly been like, I will interact with whoever the fuck I want. I prefer that vibe. It's probably why Liz is probably one of my favorite holomems now. I Crony as well. I enjoy the vibe of like, fuck you, don't tell me what to do. It's a very me core vibe. I enjoy it. And I'm in general less fans of the talents that explicitly don't interact with males, just because I'm like, I get it, I understand it. Like, again, not wanting to be harassed makes sense. But also I'm like, Kiara's never actually said that. I'm pretty sure she said it on a members only stream, like a while back. I remember it being a thing. She said on like a members only stream that she will, you know, she will support Holostars and she will, like, she wishes them the best and she hopes they do well, but she herself is never going to explicitly interact with them at that moment. And I think she gave the reason that it's because it's not what she wants content-wise at that time. And it makes sense. Like, she is probably one of the most idle of the hololive EN branch. And if she interacted with males, she would get a shit ton of harassment. We saw what happened to Crony. I never want to, like, blame someone for not wanting to get harassed. It makes sense to me. If you know you're going to get, like, death threats and fucking, like, lambasted all over the internet, which that's a fucking good word, it makes sense to avoid that. There's no shame in it. It's just, you know, I personally don't enjoy that kind of content creation. Anyway, we did end up slipping back into another anti-fucking idol rant. Not the corpo, I feel like I honestly, can I go off on a name? Can I rant about something else really quick? I fucking hate the name idol for an agency. I'm sorry. Stupid fucking name. Because it's so dumb, because it's a name of like a culture, it's a name of like a vibe of like a profession. So every time I say I hate the idol culture, I need to clarify that I don't mean idol as the agency, I mean like idol as the idol. Like, it's dumb. Whoever named it is dumb. It's a stupid fucking name. I'm sorry. It'd be like calling a face cam agency face cam, so you have to fucking clarify every time you, oh, when I get you idol CEO, oh, when I'm gonna strangle you. Right, it's like naming a fucking record label after a genre and then not just doing that genre of music. It's, angry you like what is this model? This is the Ulix model. Unrelated. Funny story. I'm using this model before the person who owns it ever fucking used it. And I don't actually know if she ever will use it at this rate, knowing her. So I have it now, and I haven't set up its parameters, so the rigging is probably fucked. But hey, here we are. Hi, it's me. She showed me this model for her vibe, which, by the way, fun little lore fact, I came up with the name Ulix as a meme, as a haha funny, and then she took it and ran with it because she's cringe and I hate her. She showed me this fucking model and I was like, you literally just yoinked my entire fucking color scheme. You were red, white, and black? Hello? You're a red, white, and black male VTuber wearing a hoodie? You want to rip me off more, why don't you? But actually, I think I claim this now because I'm debuting it first. I'm debuting it first, so it's mine now. Yoink. Not that she'll ever stream. Come on, we know what she's like. May not be a male VTuber, you know how flat she is. True. I mean, yeah. Honestly, the first time I interacted with her, I thought she was a male VTuber until she spoke, and then I realized unless she's been hitting the balls repeatedly, there's no shot. Anyway, so we covered a lot of the drama. Oh, we're talking about idols. You want to talk about the idol stuff? This is actually not drama, but it's more of like a W. Let me timestamp this right real quick. Okay. So, idol. Oh shit. I didn't know this was a toggle. I was unaware this was a toggle. What? I don't know what button I pressed. It was somewhere. Okay, it was somewhere in the idol AI. So, that's my things. Okay, there's... What the fuck? Okay, we're back. Gonna go now, sorry for only being able to hear for a short period of time. Hey, no worries. Anytime, anyone that drops by, even for a little bit, I appreciate you. And shout out to lurkers as well. We love lurkers here. God, oh shit. Oh, that doesn't, that was a weird breath. I hope that's not the beginning of something. When did I become a real boy? When I yoinked yet another model from a dead VTuber. Idol is under Brave now. They've been under Brave for a little while. They've kept the Idol name. So they posted this, this notice on use of AI content. And actually, before I get into this, I'm gonna go bathroom real quick. I will leave Twitch with some ads, and YouTube, you don't get ads because I don't have to run ads on YouTube because YouTube is a superior platform. I'm sorry, Twitch. Who do I leave in charge? Normally I leave someone in charge before I leave. Cupcake, you're in charge. Don't let them do anything too crazy, or I'll hit you with a hammer. I return. Hi, chat. Hey, see, how you going? Not gonna lie, I'm kind of terrified about how cold it's gonna get this year. It's heading like -4 degrees. I left YouTube chat without any, I left Twitch chat without any supervision because Twitch chat got hit with an ad, so. My shrimp daughter is here. I don't know what our relation is at this point. It's certainly something. It's oh no, my daughter is a prawn star. Where did I go wrong? Especially with that fucking chart. You have my -30 from last year if you want to. No, I think I'm good. I'm just scared. It's probably gonna hit like -10, which is like actually not bad because I'm in the top floor apartment, so it's actually, oh, there's a spider above me. Chat, say hi to the spider. There's a spider above me. I like spiders. I enjoy them. I like it when they're in my room. I don't see any mods. These swords mean nothing. Resnick's got swords, I think. That's about it. Hola. He's just chilling. I actually had like 4 spiders in my room in my last place because I just never get rid of them. So I think they breed or something. I actually don't. I may be weird. After living in Australia for so long, I have no issue with spiders in my room or spiders in my house. All they do is keep out like fucking cockroaches. Cockroaches can suck my dick. Hate them. The worst. Just the worst thing on the planet. Hate cockroaches. Hate mosquitoes. Like centipedes and shit, and like silverfish and shit like that. Hate them. Spiders are fucking cool though. They just chill in like webs and eat shit, and they're just vibing. Like they're also just kind of like cool as fuck mechanically, like their webs and shit. I'm a big spider stan, not gonna lie. 1 up to spider. Good job, spiders. Every other insect sucks. Or arachnids. They're not technically insects. I know. Before a fucking nerd in chat corrects me. Anyway, Idol posted this update or this statement on AI. Don't tell Matara I said that. So AI voice thingy-majiggeries have been a thing that's been kind of more and more frequent, and the consensus on them is kind of mixed from what I've seen. Like, a lot of people enjoy the AI like music covers and stuff, but a lot of people are like thinking it's very weird to take someone's voice and make content with it without their permission, especially because VTuber models can be so easily like flubbed, and so like it could potentially lead to like impersonation worries. But I think didn't Hololive also put out like a statement about AI like a while back, if I'm not misremembering entirely. But yeah, so they put out this statement being like, use of our talents, voices, images, or likeness to train or create AI models is strictly prohibited without idle management. Explicit written consent includes any past or current content created with unauthorized AI models. Even without permission, misuse of such models to produce offensive or misleading content is not allowed under any circumstances. Requesting that all parties remove any and all unauthorized AI generated content immediately and to respect their talents' rights. I had a fan make a bunch of AI covers with my voice. I hired him as an editor. I do think it's cool. Like, I think AI covers are cool. I think they're cool tech, but I also think that if people ask you to not do it, you should respect that, you know? Oh yeah, the President AI voice memes became like mainstream and shit. Okay, sorry, I'm speaking into a card packet. I got a new deck of cards today because my old ones were getting murky. So they're so slippy. I have to relearn all my tricks because my handling's all fucked because they're so smooth. There's so many cool decks of cards I want to get. I wonder, honestly, I'm kind of curious. Do you think this applies to chatbots? Okay, so like voices wouldn't, images wouldn't. Would likeness include like, would that include text likeness? Would that include like Twitter and like the text they put out? So could you like, because there's those like, what are they? They're like chatbots. They have a name for them, character bots, character AI, where they like train a conversation model on a person, and so you can act like you're having a conversation with the VTuber. Does that fall under likeness? Like, what does the term likeness cover legally? I'd say so. I mean, it represents their likeness, but the content they're using is just Twitter. I don't know. Handcam card trick stream. I actually want to do that. I want to do a handcam stream where I just fuck around with cards, but I need to get a handcam set up. I need to ask around what people use for handcams. I have no fucking clue. I have friends that do handcam streams. I might ask like Elia or something and see what she uses and just copy her setup bar for bar. I talked to chatbot AI Guru, but my problem is she has Guru's voice. Men will do literally anything except go to therapy. But yeah, honestly, this is kind of a W. I think, especially going forward with AI becoming so kind of scary. Like, I think just for a protection, because this way you can still have cool, like, permitted stuff if you want it. And obviously, Idol only, like, it just gives Idol the ability to be litigious or to go after people for shit like this, if it's egregious. And it also protects them against like future shit where I'm honestly surprised, and this might come up in the future. I'm honestly surprised we haven't had more like VTuber impersonators yet. Like people streaming as a VTuber with a model but using AI voice and AI jet, because like you can do models with like Neurosama with like moving the model and stuff. I'm honestly surprised there haven't been like bootleg Gargura streams where they like have an AI bot pretend to be Gura, or they even use like a voice changer AI to turn their voice into Gura. And the thing that always comes up in these conversations is like, where do you draw the line between like a really good impression and like AI, right? Like if you say Mumi, for example, Mumi sounds exactly like Gura. I couldn't tell them apart, honestly. If Mumi goes live with a model similar to Gura's, obviously they're in the same agency, it's not a real event, but like imagine she was in India or something. Like at what point do you draw the line between like, okay, AI voice bad because, you know, you're impersonating someone, but what if you're actively impersonating them with a talent? Like you can just impersonate them. Is that okay? Or like, where do you draw the line? It's interesting. I feel like in the next year, 2 years, we're going to see some weird shit come out of AI. You know, like ERB sounds like everyone. Bro, I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 recently and fucking, you know, you guys seen Rin's streams with her mom, Jin Penrose? I want you guys to watch those streams and tell me that Jin doesn't sound exactly like the fucking narrator from Baldur's Gate 3. Like, I haven't looked at this.
Today's episode of Baldur's Gate 3. Come to fantasy spelling, kids. Thinking it's like the kind of name that would be shouted over a playground. Justicia! Chlamydia! Come and get your dinner! It's a well sexy tadpole. Oh.
Alright. I just want to show you this because this has been in my head.
You can practice with the different kinds.
Why is it still?
It froze, I'm gonna cry. I got
For gin time. How do I get this thing off my wrist?
You've just been like attached.
Chat. How do you? I really don't know.
Okay.
Seriously.
Tell me they do not sound identical.
I really don't know.
I haven't even left the room.
Okay, she's
Gin
drinking.
time.
So loud. Hold on, we're gonna do some emergency maintenance.
I really hope it's socially acceptable to drink gin out of a champagne flute because I'm gonna have to.
Well, I'm a VTuber.
Oh god, that was a mental image I didn't need. It's got suspenders on and legs for some reason. I haven't even read one line yet. How has it got weird already? I did start it, but you cast me, so I'm blaming.
It's so similar. I hear. I mean, they just have the same accent. I know, but still, you hear it, right? I don't know, man. There are certain. Remember, these are outtakes I'm listening to in the actual like narrator things.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel.
So I kind of ignore what's socially acceptable. Be right back.
Well, she's not exactly socially acceptable, is she?
It's
Seriously, chat. While she's left the room, I really don't know how you put up with.
is eerily close. And now I'm playing Baldur's Gate. Every time I just hear it, and it's like I feel like I'm speaking. I feel like I've got Rin's mom narrating my fucking D&D campaign. It's kind of terrifying. Anyway, with that little tangent done. I know it's just English accent, and as somebody who lives in Britain, I should be able to be like, oh, not all English accents sound the same, but that one kind of does. Let's see. We did the idle AI stuff. What else do we want to talk about? It's honestly a pretty chill week. I had some covers. I talked about the idol Make-A-Wish charity. There's also the Umi. Umi had a cool fucking charity. Oh, we didn't accidentally dox them? I don't think I accidentally. I think we're okay, chat. I think we're alright. I just noticed this. Oh, fuck. Actually, no. There's no shot. There's absolutely no shot. I think we're good. I don't think... No. No? Look, I don't know Rin's mom. I don't know who she is, so I'm not doxing anyone. I have no clue. I just noticed the similarity. Don't shoot me, alright? I think we're in the clear. I think we're okay. I don't think it's that similar that they're actually the same person. Chill. But yeah, Umi did a charity. She raised money for Make-A-Wish as well. There's been a couple Make-A-Wish charities this week, which is cool to see. They're entering the VTuber space. But yeah, Bree really didn't, but Bree was there. I think Bree was part of it. I think it was a concert, right? Yeah. And then Bree is also doing I think she's also doing a charity. Yeah, she's also doing Make-A-Wish. Bracket style tournament to raise funds for Make-A-Wish. You know what would have been really fucking helpful, Bree? If you say what the tournament is in your tweet. I'm going to assume it's marbles again. Like the balls one. She probably says it in here, but I'm not... Bro, I ain't reading all that. Oh shit, there's like multiple... If you think I'm watching a full Brie at Cookie Box video ever, you're fucking unhinged. You're high. Go home. Seek help. Seek medical attention. I would never watch a full Brie at Cookie Box stream ever. How dare you accuse me of such a thing? You saw my YouTube replay? I've never watched Brie at Cookie Box ever in my life. I don't even know who she is. Who even is that? You have therapy tomorrow? Congratulations. I've never been to therapy. I'm fixed. I'm the most mentally stable person on the planet. I don't need therapy. YouTube is high. I honestly don't I don't understand why it was so high. The only thing I can think of is that maybe because I tuned in for part part of her tournaments, and also like when she debuted as Brie, I was there, and I don't watch that many streams on YouTube. But it's weird. I don't actually watch that many Brie streams. I fucking promise. How was I in the top 2%? That's why I said in like people must just click off her streams immediately. I don't understand. But yeah, Brie tournament. Who the best YouTube gamer is? Who the best Twitch gamer is? Who the best gamer of all time in all platforms? Who can raise them? Best gamer of all time in all platforms is kind of a bold statement when there's 16 people in the tournament. Like, I don't think any of these people Twisty isn't here, so I don't think any of these people could be the best gamer. It's certainly not this fucking person. You've seen her play games? Jesus Christ. Fair of a Dragoon will watch Doki 20 times the amount of regular viewer. Honestly, got up your numbers, man. That's pathetic. I know some of these people. I know Aura. I know Amura. Definitely don't know this fucking person. I know Rin, Mega, Dandy. Dandy's cool. Ellie is here. Maeve's here. Elio's here. I know a few of these people. What does it mean if the talent streams both YouTube and Twitch? I think they only have either YouTube or Twitch. Like Ellie is on YouTube even though she multi-streams. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's separated by category. That's very helpful. 3, 6, 8. So 8 to 8. 8 to 7. No, 8 to 8 because Dandy Floss. Yeah, 8 YouTube streamers, 8 Twitch streamers competing for gaming content title. So no, I think they'll probably only be streaming on one or the other. Or I don't know. Yeah, I assume they'll be streaming their POV, and so it's whatever platform they choose. So yeah, and more Make-A-Wish. A lot of Make-A-Wish charities happening. I wonder if Make-A-Wish reached out to a bunch of fucking VTubers at once. Let's see. What else is cool? Vex is probably returning. He's returning December 13th, so next month we're getting Vex again. That's cool. That's hype. We'd love to see it. We stand a Snake Queen. Dude, this music is swanky. People don't use the word swanky enough. Swanky's such a good word. It's like swag and Yankee at the same time. He's swanky. Your recap had Doki on every slide. I'm not fucking surprised. I mean, I could pull up my recap and show you the entire thing if you're interested. Actually, don't you need to be on your phone for it to work? Can you get the recap on your... Can you get it on desktop? I think you might need it on... I think it's only on mobile. Never mind, I can't show you it. Sorry. Swanky's word. You never used the word swanky? You should use the word swanky. Let's see. What else do we have? You watch 76 times the average of Kai Saito. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, man. I don't think I stream enough on YouTube to be in anybody's YouTube recap. Unless you only watch me and literally watch no other fucking YouTube live streamers, I don't think I do one stream a week, so I don't think I'm enough to counter the people that stream like every day, unfortunately. Let's see. Cottontail had a model debut. Oh, we got a new teaser for Stellarverse. 8 new talents coming up early December, which is cool. What the Sigmar? Oh, Idol announced their live in LA thing that I had no clue was coming up. Definitely not. So Encore is Lisa, Enya, and Tonya. They're doing their live in LA concert thing, I think. Mic check. Yeah. Because I think, isn't Anime LA coming up or something like that? Hey Lauren, how you going? Oh dude, my liver just started hurting. Lorian enters stream and my liver immediately starts hurting. How much fucking booze have you drank? I haven't taken my meds in the past couple of days, which I know is a don't shout at me. I know it's dumb, but I think that's why. I was like your 8th most watched. We win these. Let's go. So yeah, I think it's Anime LA is coming up or something, but yeah, they're doing a live in LA concert for that, I think. So that's cool. Cool to see. You know, Tonya and Lisa, love to see them up on the stage. Shame about the other one, but you know, you can't win them all. 66% survival rate. We take those. Let's see, what else is here? Oh, we had Gamer Subs. I'm gonna shill. Gamer Subs announced a hololive partnership and a Doki Bird partnership. Well, we already knew about the Doki Bird Cup coming out because she had like an art contest for it, so that wasn't a surprise, but... Yo!
Medication.
Cupcake, thank you for the tip. I appreciate it. I have meds through there. I just haven't taken them. I actually do need to pick up more meds, so I'm almost out. Thankfully, I live in a country with healthcare, so I don't go bankrupt. But I appreciate the tip. Thank you. I just forgot. I'll take them after stream chat. Leave me alone. But yeah, dude, the fucking I want one of the cups. And part of me, I kind of part of me wants to DM my GamerShops rep and be like, hey, could I perchance maybe wink wink nudge nudge. Yeah, Lena also had GamerShops merch, Doki dropped GamerShops merch, and they're like collabing with Idol as well, I think. So big fucking things happening. I also want they probably don't. I kind of want the Numi Cup. But I don't, that was ages ago. I don't think they have them. If they ever do a rerun of them though, I'm gonna get one. I'll DM them then. If they ever do a rerun of the Numi Cup, I'll DM them for that. But yeah, so that's the GamerShop stuff. You use code PEN for 10% off. subtle plug. If you use code PEN for 10% off, I get a percentage of that, and that'd be really help me out. So if you're planning on getting all the hololive girl cups, you could chuck something. I'm joking. Use whatever code you want. Oh, we had the Serenity Hunger Games as well. Oh shit, yeah, I want to try the Numi flavor. The noodles are actually good. The gamer soups, I actually would recommend. I don't really like pot noodle, but I like the gamer soup stuff. It's very yummy. So we had Serenity's Hunger Games, survival games, whatever, Minecraft thing, where a certain person, Twisty, fucked up everybody. Twisty got like 25 kills or something like that. It was ridiculous. And a certain person's winner POV did not go to plan. She kind of got rolled by Twisty. So she lied in her stream title again, which, kind of her specialty. That was cool. Let's see, what else can I mention? Oh yeah, the Calli concert. That's in the fucking thumbnail in the title. Jesus Christ. Calli announced her second solo live, which is coming up February 26th. Grimoire. Is it Grimoire or is it Mori? Like Mori? I assume it's Grimoire, but the M is capitalized, which makes me think it's two separate words. I don't know. Grimoire. But yeah, that's coming up. I think you can start getting tickets now. Perchance. Vegetarian and gamers are the antithesis of grass, so they cannot be suitable for vegetarians. True. Oh no, you can't get them yet. How did the resurrections work? Resurrections? What do you mean? Did I resurrect someone? Who did I resurrect? Am I a cleric? Did I get revivify at level 4? Level 5. Level 5 is revivify, right? Yeah, because it's 3rd level spell. Let's see. We got Calli. She also dropped a new music video, I think. Yeah. Fell the Drive, which is cool. And then I think she collabed with. Well, she had her GamerSubs collab, and then I think she also had merch come out for her Grimoire as well. So if you're in the move, for the Hunger Games resurrections, I don't actually fucking know. It's level 5, you fake gamer. It is level 5. I corrected myself. Leave me alone. It's 3rd. I know it's a 3rd level spell. I forgot. Leave me alone. I corrected myself in like 2 seconds. You fucking D&D nerd. Oh my god, you guys, I don't know if you guys heard that. Did you hear my stomach grumble? Holy shit, I haven't had dinner yet. I'm sorry, you're forgiven. It took me a second. I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3 again. Me and someone are doing a honor mode playthrough. We're only level 3 though, so I'm still looking at my spells. I'm playing wizard, just like the wizard I am in real life. So yeah, Calli merch, and then oh yeah, the social club. That's what I saw as well. The anti-social club collab is there as well. She's already quit Overwatch and go back to BG3. I don't know if she's quit Overwatch, although she didn't play it over the weekend, even though the new character was out. So maybe she is. Maybe she's abandoned her tism. She's abandoned one tism for the other. I'm gonna try desperately to make it so that she doesn't fuck the Mind Flayer this time, but I don't know. There's always a chance. Let's see. Talked about Vshojo. V4 Mira is going to be in Anime LA, Anime Los Angeles, which again is coming up, which I think is what the Idol concert is about. I genuinely don't fucking know. Which is cool. There's this thing, the Wolfenook Karaoke Relay, which is I think raising money for, I think it's a charity event, or are they just celebrating kindness? I don't know. But they're doing a karaoke relay, which is pretty cool. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. Shut up, stomach. My stomach keeps yelling at me. Let's see. We could do... Oh yeah, Miss Lala became a Twitch ambassador, which is cool. I met Miss Lala in Trouble in Terrorist Town the other day. It was very, very cool. She's very wholesome. So that's cool. More VTubers as ambassadors is always a good thing. Maybe we can end the VTuber versus Twitch war that's going on at the moment. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, fucking okay. I need Japanese someone translate. I read this and I was like, oh, what's this? And then I fucking hit translate, and not master. What is what is unlucky skill not master? Okay, so she's gonna be singing the opening theme for an anime called Unlucky Skill Nut Master, and I like, it looks like he's maybe holding a nut, so it's like he's got mastery over nuts. But I'm not gonna lie, Nut Master sounds like the final tier of class for Goon. Like, you know how in Fire Emblem you start as a class and then you like scroll up to the final class? I feel like you start as like Goon and you end as Nut Master. That is like the class progression tree. But yeah, that's a thing that's happening. Good for them. Get that nut girl, I guess. Oh yeah, the cover thing. This is probably the last thing. This last kind of drama-y thing. Oh yeah, Doki's got her Apex custom, which Resnick DM'd me about pre-stream. I saw it before I did my short, but I didn't look into it because there wasn't a handy graphic on Twitter, and then I just didn't watch the stream. But it's like an Apex custom with like nags and I think chibis in it and just a bunch of fucking people. A lot, like 30 grand prizes and a lot of VTubers, a lot of quote-unquote VTubers. Like, you know, the VTuber adjacent people that aren't actually VTubers, but like Ruben is in it, I think, which is cool. So that's coming up. And then this is something I saw for the Oro Crony event that was going on, the support cafe, where apparently Covers installed new guidelines for like fan events where they can't make money. Well, I don't think that's new, but I think that's always been there. But apparently someone reported to Cover that this event was making money, and so Cover is redoing like their guidelines for community events. And I saw another event like this a few weeks back that also got cancelled. But this event, I think, has been like, they're still going to try and go forward with support promotion in ways that's allowed, but I think the event itself is being cancelled, which sucks to see. But I imagine Cover just wants to be really explicit about what they allow and don't allow to avoid people kind of monetizing their content. In this world, one can gain special abilities by eating a skill fruit only once. To eat another is a certain death sentence. However, Light obtains a skill called Nut Master, which is unsuitable for battle. He resigns himself to a life as a farmer, but by chance he eats another skill fruit. At this moment, he learns the hidden ability of Nut Master. Bro, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna try and be rude, but that sounds like the most generic fucking isekai, generic fucking fantasy every fucking fantasy novel, every fucking fantasy anime has the same premise of dude gets special ability that at first he thinks is not good for combat, but then, whoa, it's very good for combat. Who would have seen this coming? Like, you see that with the fucking potion one. You see that with Ari Ferretta, where he's like, oh, I have like alchemy or transmutation or whatever. That's not suitable for combat. And then, oh, surprise, it is suitable for combat. It's the same shit. One time I want to see someone get an ability that isn't suitable for combat, and it actually isn't suitable for combat, but he just kind of thugs that shit out. Like, he doesn't find any interesting new mechanics. He's just like, fuck it, I'll just hit things with a stick. Who cares? But yeah, so I assume Cover's going to come up with updated guidelines sometime soon to try and prevent more things like this. It does kind of suck, but you know, I'd be like, Shield Hero is the same. Oh, I can only use it for defense. It's so bad for combat. Like 10 levels later, he has fucking Iron Maiden. I hate single power, but MC has multiple. I talked about this in my Shiro versus My Hero thing. The two types of power I hate are generic fucking powers like super speed or super strength, which are boring to me. Like, or like energy, like generic energy, like, oh, he shoot an energy beam. I don't like that shit. I also don't like when the character just gets multiple abilities in a world where they can, like, do you know what once I'd really like? An anime where the main character just interacts with the power system of the world in the way the power system was designed. We never get that. You never get a show that has like a magic system and the main character just uses the magic system. They always have to do some other bullshit. They always have to have some like exception as to like, oh, everyone in this world uses magic with incantations, but not me. I have a sword. And it's like, bro, why would you make this entire fucking magic system and then not use it for your main character? I don't. I know it's part of like the thing of like they have to be special and unique, but anyway. So yeah, cover guidelines update probably coming soon. I think that's the last thing I want to cover. I covered most things. It was a pretty slow week, not much going on. Covered most of the dramas. We covered like the VTuber voice things. We covered the cool events and the charities. I saw False went live. Do we want to raid into False? Is False doing news?
VSync is on. There we go.
I think False is doing news. Do you want? I'll send you over to False on Twitch, and I will on YouTube. Let me get the Twitch raid set up. Realize something weird about Shonen. Why in all Shonen does the MC have seen quantities of magic unless the gimmick is they have none? Yeah, it's
strange things kind of going around here. And thank you guys again.
I think YouTube, not you. Shonen anime is addicted to the main character has to be a special little snowflake, which means that they never actually get to interact with the magic system because they always have to be different for some reason. I hate it, but it is the way it be. Okay. Setting up raid for fall. Sorry to end so abruptly. My stomach is very, very hungry and I forgot to eat before stream, so I'm gonna go get like a sandwich or something. But yeah, thank you guys for dropping by so much. Thank you guys for the support and like the tips and everything. I really do appreciate it. I'm gonna send you over to False on Twitch and on YouTube. Oh shit, we need to find a YouTube person to raid really quick. Who's live? Who's live? Who's live? Who do we raid? I don't want to interrupt the Sesbi and Lex going between Kai and Juna. We'll raid into Elia. Elia is normally live when I'm live, so we'll raid into her. We need to say Nutmaster when we raid. Yeah, we'll raid Elia. Yeah, please spam Nutmaster when I raid into Elia. Let me edit this and go to redirect. We have 20 seconds. We're going to speedrun this really quick. There's Elia. Okay. Sending YouTube, you're going over to Elia. Twitch, you're going over to False. Everyone be nice and chill and don't be dicks. I will catch you guys probably later in the week for another gaming stream. Bye. Bye. Bye for now. Bye-bye.